So, geckos, you may be familiar with certain depictions of geckos or gecko-like animals, so in like car insurance in Fallout, like the game, or the games plural. Well, actually, I don't know how many they appear in getting the gecko creatures, but anyway, then in Metroid Prime, like Lumberjacks, so they're in there. So yeah, but also what's interesting is so in the films, like The Hobbit, it says Smaug the dragon. What's interesting, well, we'll come on that in a second, but first, we'll get to why Smaug in the film's pupil and its eye looks a bit like Gecko's pupils, which is interesting. So, if we look here, they're like token gecko pupils. So it can constrict the pupil. When it does, it can you can sort of see four like diamond shaped pinholes in the pupil, which is interesting. But geckos aren't the only animals that can have like pinholes in their pupils. Like in like sharks, they can have it, and like in bottlenose dolphins, they can have it. So these are just pupil shapes. And I've also included as a bonus, like yellow-bellied toad, like their pupils, because they can be like heart shaped. So I thought that was an interesting thing. And then what's interesting is like lychees, the New Caledonian giant geckos. I was looking at their pupils, and like I'm not really going to comment on them because I haven't read any papers on their pupils, but you can see look quite nice. Yeah. And then Gonatodes antilensis, which is that gecko there, is interesting because it's in a group where there's sort of, well, first it's in the Spherodactylini tribe, which is a group that's just pointed spear moss to make it look like a tribe member. And that's a gecko that's a member of the Spherodactylini tribe, which is interesting. But in the Spherodactylini tribe, they can have like round pupils, which is interesting. But Gonatodes antilensis can have a vertical pupil, whereas other Gonatodes species can have like round pupils. So it's thought that Gonatodes antilensis may have been diurnal, but is now nocturnal. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, which is interesting. Because so the pinholes we're talking about, I'm not sure if they've re-evolved in Gonatodes antilensis or if, because I haven't seen like a close-up picture, so I don't know if they've re-evolved or they've or Gonatodes antilensis doesn't have the pinholes when the pupils contract, but both possibilities are interesting. Again, I'm not going to comment on what I think it will have because I haven't read any. Well, I've read, but I haven't read any papers on about the pupil of Gonatodes antilensis, apart from ones saying that it's a I think ones which say it's well, I know it has a vertical slit pupil. I've probably read papers on it saying that, and you can see from pictures it has a vertical slit pupil. But anyway, so yeah, but that's an interesting possibility. Like, does Gonatodes antilensis people have the pinholes in. I mean, I would maybe assume not, but you never know. So yeah, so that's interesting. So yeah, so then Smaug. So on the right is half of Smaug's people from the Hobbit films, and on the left is half of a Gecko's pupil. Yeah. So you can see for like because in if it was all Gecko's people, you would be able to see it would look like diamonds, because this is just half of Gecko's people. It just looks like half of diamonds, like for half of diamonds. Oh, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. But anyway, you can see them like there would be the 4 diamond shapes, and with Smaug on this side of the eye, you can also see sort of 4 diamond shape. It would be not 4, sorry, but you would see the diamond shapes. Yeah, assuming it's assuming it's people symmetrical. You would assume it had 3 diamond sort of shaped things, whereas like geckos can have 4. So that's interesting how Smaug's people in the Hobbit films is quite similar to geckos.